Hi, welcome to the Course Launchpad. I never can figure this thing out. There it is. All right. So it is just about a minute before we're going to get started, so we'll give people some time to get here and get set up with everything. Hope everyone is doing well this Memorial weekend. All right, there we go, and I can see our screen here. Okay, great. So it is noon, and I'll go ahead and get started. So today we're going to be talking about defining your course topic. That has been a question or from many coaches for me. They don't know what kind of topic to do. Maybe there are too many options and too many ideas in your head, or maybe you don't have any ideas yet. So this is a good video for you if you're looking at doing that. So let's get started. So welcome to the Course Launchpad. My name is Malia Monaco. I am a fellow coach, the founder of the Course Launchpad. I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own coaching practice, Process for Progress, and I'm also a passionate course creator. So the mission of the Course Launchpad is to help coaches change more lives, including their own, through online course creation. So a little bit just kind of some basics on online course creation. If this is totally new to you, it's a growing billion-dollar industry. Technology and online access has really changed and revolutionized how people are learning and connecting and being able to, have growth and transformation for themselves on their schedules. We can really break the barriers of time and location when it comes to creating courses. Courses are a blue ocean strategy for coaches. It helps you distinguish yourself from the other coaches that are out there. You are an expert because you create courses. You might already be an expert in your niche or in your field when it comes to your coaching practice, and this gives you another opportunity to be able to highlight that. Or if you haven't been able to distinguish yourself, creating a course, it's kind of like, having a workshop or a book or, something a little more tangible that gives you a little more credibility. So that's one more thing that courses can help coaches with. You can also reach beyond your existing demand in a sense of multiple things. One is, maybe there's a barrier or a block from people not being able to engage with you on a coaching practice, like a one-on-one or group coaching in, the time frames. Maybe they have, a tough schedule to be able to fit that in or be able to connect it with your schedule. And so, maybe that is, one barrier that they have. Another one probably, could be just cost. When it comes to courses, granted, I've seen courses from, $30 to $3,000 and higher. But you can create courses that are kind of an entry level into coaching and give people an opportunity to check coaching out. Maybe they don't know you and they don't know what coaching's about. This could give them some small wins, some good transformation, get them started. Maybe it's a prerequisite to coaching. And so, you can utilize it that way. And it might be more cost effective. Maybe they can't afford your hourly rate or your packages or your group coaching packages that you have created, but they can engage with you still and you can be able to help them with their transformations through courses. Oh, wow. Courses are so awesome. So it can be a complement to your coaching practice. It can be a supplement. And it also can, if you need to, sometimes life happens and it's difficult for you to be able to, maintain your coaching practice or hours that something happens in your life. Or for me, it was kiddos. So I have 2 young kiddos. And so that really kind of put a damper on what I could do because I wanted to spend more time with them when they're little and be able to have that one-on-one time with them, well, that really put a damper on me being able to meet with my clients one-on-one. So I've been able to create courses, when they're napping and sleeping and at grandma's house, and then be able to continue to keep my practice going, continue to change lives, and continue to have a revenue stream. So that's been really awesome for me. And that's what, has really inspired me to help others, because life happens. I know other coaches that they have a sick partner, or they have a sick, parent, or something happens in their life where they have to travel or put something on hold, and they don't want to totally disconnect. And this gives that opportunity to be able to maintain it. Some more basics. There are really 3 kind of types of LMS platforms or course platforms. So LMS is the learning management system. If you type that in and did a search, you're going to see a lot of kind of academic type platforms. But we're going to just obviously talk about, what are the platforms that we would use as coaches. So you can do kind of the do it yourself. I have full control. I'm more techie. I understand things through like a WordPress plugin. You can do it that way. You can use a marketplace, which would be like a Udemy or the Exoteric platform, where it has pretty much like you can, search in whatever topic, if you're a student looking for, and you have, all this list of different courses that can be taken. One con for that is that your blue ocean strategy isn't so blue ocean, because you're going head to head and competing against other courses and other coaches. So the positive side and the plus side is that, they kind of do all the marketing and all the back end stuff for you. I don't know if I guess it's more kind of quantity than quality, in the sense that of price and so forth, because you have to follow their guidelines. So that it's definitely an opportunity and if you just want to kind of get started and throw something out there and get some feedback, definitely can use those marketplaces. They are also a great gold mine to be able to go through and look at what other coaches and what other course creators have done, and go and read their reviews and see what the students are saying, because you want to be able to see, okay, what was missing from that course, and maybe that's something that you could add to your course that you're creating, as we talk about the course topics. So that's kind of a research analysis, is to see, what other people are doing. Not you actually want to totally distinguish yourself from them by looking at what was missing from that course for their students, because you want to be able to solve their pain. And this is going to be the opportunity we're going to talk about in a minute. You want to be able to solve their pain and fix the problem that hasn't, been solved yet. So those are the 2 of them. The third one is third party platform. And so that's going to be Teachable, Thinkific, Rizuku, excuse me. I use Teachable. I found it very user-friendly, very supportive, cost-effective, but I've heard great things about all different ones. So you just need to do your research and see which platform would work best for you. I like the third-party platforms because kind of all the back-end stuff's kind of done for you. It's kind of more the plug and play when it comes to creating the content. You just kind of put it up in there. The marketing and all of that is going to be on you. So, that's a whole different topic of discussion we'd do a different day, is marketing and be able to get out there. We're going to talk a little bit about it when we talk about opportunity. So you want to be able to either A, already have a list that you can market to, B, be able to create a list, or C, you have the opportunity to market to your current clients and so forth. So, but we can talk about that a little bit later, and then it's a whole nother marketing is a whole nother topic to talk about on a whole another subject or another video. So today, what we're going to do is just to go over and define like a course topic. Something whether or not you already have a bunch of ideas, or you have no idea what you would do, and this just sounds interesting and it sounds like something you'd want to look at doing, is creating courses. So that's what we're going to work on. One sec, let me get some water here. It's Phoenix, it's hot. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to find that intersection between I'll show you a little bit image here. we're going to have the intersection between your passion and expertise. Let's see if we can see it. You have the passion and expertise is going to create your secret sauce. And then you're going to bring in the opportunity, and that is where that intersection is where the perfect course lies. And so let's take a second and just kind of break this down for you. This is the trifecta. This is what I created to put all the pieces together, because when you're passionate about something, then you're excited about something and you can inspire others through your excitement. When you have expertise, obviously that's knowledge that you can share with others. Then you want to be able to have the opportunity, because obviously you want to be able to sell your course and market and make sure that there's, buyers out there who want to enroll as students. You can create courses just on expertise alone or just on passion alone. It's just not going to be complete. Because if you create something on just passion alone, it's really going to be kind of more like a community. They're really excited about the topic, but they're not going to, have any knowledge or be able to get any traction or action items behind it. So then there's the expertise side. So if you are just, have a topic that you really have a lot of knowledge about, but you're not excited about it, then it's going to be really dry. You're not going to be able to inspire others about it. One other little piece that we'll talk about too is that if you have any personal experience with this topic, then that's even better, because you've walked maybe in the path, not in the shoes, but you've walked the path of the transformation that you're going to be able to provide. So you can really understand the process and understand that transformation from point A to point B and be able to, validate and relate to your audience as well. But you don't have to have, gone through the whole experience, but just have, be able to speak to it on a personal level. Okay. So when we talk about the passion and expertise, that overlap is going to create your secret sauce. The secret sauce, what I call your secret sauce, is because it's your unique and valuable offering. This is that special ingredient that you bring to coaching, probably for right now, and if you're doing courses, then you're going to bring it to your courses. This is also that missing ingredient that your students need for their transformation. So your secret sauce is your special ingredient and the student's missing ingredient for their transformation. And it's that overlap between the passion and expertise. The secret sauce gives you an anchor when it comes to marketing. And it also, once you've created it, then you can repackage it into different content. Because it's really something that you can, tweak a little, put, in the blogs, you tweak a little, put in the course, tweak a little, put in a book, tweak a little, do a live workshop. And so that's just, it's your true, unique and valuable offering that you have, and that makes you who you are. That's why clients and students, come to you. So let's break it down a little bit so we have a clear picture of your course topic. All right, so students are going to want to pay for a specific transformation. We all know there is an abundant amount of knowledge and resources and information on the internet. We don't have enough time to be able to find it all, and so we want to be able to create a very concise, laser-focused transformational course. So you are able to talk to your potential students and then have that communication with them where they're like, yeah, that's me. I need this. Sign me up. They want to be able to have that shortcut. Obviously they can, most everyone can figure the stuff out on their own if you just go online and, do some searches or find different resources, such as maybe, doing a self-help thing or books or communities or something like that. We want to be able to communicate, here is that shortcut. Here is that transformation that's, bam, bam, bam. You're going to take this course. This is what you're going to get. So keep that in mind. They want to pay for a specific transformation. Now, the trifecta. Back to the trifecta. If you haven't gotten your pen and paper out yet, please get out a pen and paper, because we're going to go through and just hash out and ask you some questions and hash this all out. So you can do some kind of inner exploration and be able to define 3 to 5 course topics, if not be able to nail that one on the head that you want to do. Now, passion. I'm going to ask you some questions and you just take a few minutes just to reflect on this. What do you love doing most about in your coaching practice? Think about it. What inspires you most? What do you really love? What topic? Maybe what type of client you work with? What is it that really you love most doing? So what is a personal or professional source of inspiration that you may not incorporate into your coaching practice now, but that could be something that could help others? So maybe there's an area of knowledge or expertise that you haven't utilized in your coaching practice, but it's something that you can be able to help others with their growth and transformation. And maybe it's something you don't want to incorporate into your coaching practice, but it's something that you can do. Or it's a personal experience. There's some coaches that I know that have had, say, personal experiences with health issues such as cancer. And it's not something they really want to focus on in their coaching practice, but it's something that they can speak to, being able to create courses on support and resources or health or nutrition, or going through and healing from the inner challenges of going through treatment. So those are kind of things that maybe is a personal thing that had occurred that isn't something they want to coach on, but it's something a course can be created on, and it gives them a sense of fulfillment because they're helping others in that realm as well. Okay, a couple more questions here on passion. When are you in your zone? What are you doing? What type of clients are you working with, and what topic are you focused on at that time? When do you really feel alive in your coaching practice or in your life? So some other things to think about too would be, what are your values? Where do you find inspiration? Those kind of things are the passions you want to look for. All right, so expertise. Okay, ready? Here we go. Let's see. Why do clients choose you as their coach? What brings them in? What makes you different from the other coaches that are out there? What transformations do you provide your clients? Do you have any specific trainings in something, like a certain approach or technique or process that you can utilize? What are some personal experiences in your life that define you, that you have been able to overcome, and can share that transformation with others? So that talks a little bit more about, what we were talking about earlier is some, personal challenges or transformations that you've been able to do. It might not be as, intense as, overcoming cancer. It could just be public speaking. Maybe you had some difficulties with public speaking and you were able to make the transformation from not being able to get up there and, having the sweaty palms, or not being able to think clearly, and not, totally avoiding anything public speaking. And now you've worked through that, and now you're able to write your presentations, do some, killer webinars, whatever it is that you've been able to overcome. How did you make that transformation? What did you do? What were the steps that occurred? Were they certain skills that you acquired? Were there certain mental things that you had to do to be able to overcome, those challenges to be able to reach that transformation? So it could be something as, not as intense as the like a cancer, but something that you've been able to experience. And what content do you already have? Do you have workshops, trainings, books, ebooks, blogs, newsletters, tools from your coaching practice, worksheets, workbooks, social media posts? And my favorite, do you have just random files and notes and ideas laying around all over the place that need a home? That's probably good sources for a course topic. So be able to go through and not recreate the wheel, and be able to utilize what you already have and what's already been working. We can just repackage it into a course. Okay, so those are some reflective questions for you. So now that's created your secret sauce. This time I have notes. Last time I just went off the cuff. So let's think about your secret sauce. So looking back at those questions and your answers, what patterns do you see from your answers? What are overlaps that you notice? What most inspired you as you went through and you heard the questions and your answers that came up? You know, what stood out for you? What gave you goosebumps? What got you motivated? What got those wheels turning for you? You know, highlight that, make note of that. What makes you unique and different as an individual and as a coach? What can you bring? What can you show and explain differently? So that's the kind of the huge overview. I have actually a whole module on that, one for your secret sauce and then one for being able to define your passion and expertise in my courses. So that's just a really brief overview to get your wheels turning. Now let's talk about the opportunity. So let me show you my little trifecta here one more time. So we've talked about the combination of the passion and expertise, and that's created your secret sauce. Now we want to bring in the opportunity, and this is going to be your ideal students. Obviously, you want to be able to, if you create something, you want to be able to have a market for it, just like any other business, or venture. So let's think about this for a minute too. Ask you some questions. Opportunity. What content has already been popular and provides a transformation? So kind of going back, looking at, if you have blogs or newsletters or online posts or social media stuff that you've done, looking at what you've already done. What's been really popular, like what has really engaged people and had a lot of feedback, and what has already been able, people said, wow, that's great, that really helped me do XYZ. Look back on those, and those are going to be, highlight those out because those are going to be good ideas for a course topic. So what are some common coaching topics that have come up for you with your clients? So think back on, what are some commonalities that your coaching clients have brought to the table? Think back on those and think back on the transformations that you've been able to help them provide. Now imagine your ideal client, or if you have some clients you already enjoy working with, identify those commonalities. We want to talk about their demographics here. So what are their commonalities of who they are, what they do, what their values are, what challenges they face. And so we want to start to hone in on, those are those target students that you want to be able to market to. Then find online groups or communities where your ideal client or students would engage in and see what they're talking about. So, go online, you can go onto LinkedIn and Facebook, Reddit, Quora, there's tons of different ones. And, be able to look at what are they talking about, what concerns are they bringing up, and, you don't even need to really engage yet at this time. You can just kind of start to read and kind of see what's going on. We're going to talk about validation here in a second, and that's when we're going to start engaging. Survey your clients or audience. If you already have clients and you already have an audience, and you can just throw it out there and say, hey, what are you struggling with? What could be a benefit? What would be an interesting topic for a course? What's missing out there? And be able to just ask them, what do they want? That's the best way to do it. And then give them what they want. So that's the easiest way to sell courses. And just, engage with them and see, what they have to say. So that's opportunity. So that's our trifecta. Now we want to be able to, create like 3 to 5 course topics from that. Don't be totally, 100% on any of them yet, because we want to validate them. And when we validate them, we're going to pretty much kind of say, throw it out there into that pool of the target students and say, hey, what do you think of this? Is this something that'd be helpful? And you don't have to do it in such a blatant way. You can just actually just start going into these groups and be helpful, be open-minded, have an open heart, and not, promoting yourself, but just, start to be helpful and just kind of, say, hey, if there's questions and concerns on your topic areas that you're looking at, start to engage and provide answers and see what their feedback and responses are. Trying to look at my notes, make sure I get everything you need here. So validation is actually like a whole nother topic alone, and it's very important to validate, because when you create your course, you put all of this time and energy into something. You want to be able to sell it and market it and have it be something that somebody wants to buy and a transformation they're looking for. So validation is really important. Just like if you're creating any other service or product, you want to make sure there's a market for it. So that's a whole nother topic of discussion that we can talk about too. And also, send me any notes, put in the chat box, whatever you think would be good topics to discuss. That would be great. And I can, get something together and get it on the schedule to be able to give you some overview and give you some good information to keep going on course creating or exploration of course creating. So really going back to the topics, you don't want to be everything to everyone. You want to be specific. You want to be that big fish in a little pond. The shotgun approach does not work. And meditation 101, where you go over kind of the big overview of something, usually doesn't really work when it comes to courses. You want to be able to target and be very specific in finding those little areas that people are missing, or those little transformations that people want to make. And so that's what you want to do, is narrow in, and don't be afraid to narrow in, because then you will actually create more expertise within that area, and you will be that go-to person, that go-to coach when it comes to that topic. And then you start to get referrals for that, which is great. So some different approaches to courses there's three in a sense. There's skills, so a technical skill development or how-to video or something like that. So there's kind of that skills-based one. There's personal development or knowledge-based development. And then there's the journey or mindset transformational development. In a sense, all of them are a transformation, because you're going from point A to point B, and you're creating something different within yourself, your life, or who you are. So it all is a transformation, but more, there's the more inner journey, mindset transformation that you can do too. So sometimes it can be, you can, have a focus on just one or a combination of, to be able to create that transformation that your students are looking for. And sometimes it's a sequence of courses, with different components or a combination of. So let me see what other notes I have for you. We'll go over. So we're about on 30 minutes. So just want to share. So thecourslaunchpad.com. If you want more resources, I have more resources on there. I have a free email course. If you're just kind of wanting to just get some more information on seeing if, course creation is for you, or just get the ball rolling and get started, then there's a free email course on there for you. I have a step-by-step course creation. It's in kind of the pre-launch phase right now. So I'm very excited, and there's a special price right now. So if you want from idea to revenue generator, if you want to really see everything from, defining your course topic, defining your why, going through validation, creating a lead magnet, going through creating your course, creating your slides, doing the marketing, doing the sales page, doing, everything that is supported, it's going to be based on that third-party platform. So on something like a Teachable or Rizuku or something, it's based on that, and to be able to market it and so forth. So I have a course for you for that. It's the step-by-step guide for building courses. And so that's at thecourslaunchpad.com or thecourslaunchpad.courses. All right. So hopefully I'm hoping by now you have like kind of 3 to 5 ideas of what you want to do for a course. And, then think about where your target students are going to be. Start engaging with them. And then, these topics should be inspiring and get them excited, and they should get you excited too. It should be something, because creating a course, it's somewhat intense. It depends on how you approach it in the sense of your presentation. I mean, you can do courses, just audio, you can do it video, you can do the slides with, Camtasia, doing the video slides with VoiceOver. There's a ton of different ways that you can create your courses. You want to just kind of have the passion, so you have the momentum and the stamina to get it done. And so my goal is to help at least 100 coaches launch their courses. So however I can help you, please let me know. The more courses we create, the more lives we can change, including your own. Courses have given me the opportunity to have more flexibility, have a passive source of income, which is like the holy grail of revenue, be able to continue to be engaged and be able to continue to grow my audience, continue to be able to provide value. And it's also a bridge and a gateway into coaching. And you're able to engage with people differently. Maybe they're not looking for a coach, but they're looking for that transformation. And this gives that opportunity to have that entry point into possible coaching. And you can package things. You can throw packages together when it comes to courses and coaching. You can do online Facebook communities. There's a whole, I got a whole module on that in one of my courses on how to, package them and price your course and everything else. So I hope this was beneficial and valuable to you. I look forward to doing some more. And if you weren't able to join me, I know it's Memorial Day weekend. I totally understand. My daughter's 3rd birthday was yesterday, and we're about to head out of town too. So we had a very busy weekend. I just, wanted to be able to fit some more knowledge in there for you. So hopefully you get the replay. Still, let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to either answer them online or be able to create another video and do this again for you. Any parting things I haven't covered for you? I just want to make sure I got you all the knowledge I wanted to share. Okay, so this was kind of just some ideas that I was kind of putting together really quickly. So if you still don't really know, what to focus on, I just really quickly just thought of some things that, I have heard from coaches or, would create maybe on my own, but I don't have, it's not my trifecta, but it could be somebody else's. So overcoming your inner critic, mindfulness, meditation, changing habits, communication and assertiveness skills, public speaking, goal setting, mindsets, appreciative or humble inquiry, team building, building confidence in general, or building confidence in doing something like public speaking, relationships. You can do whole courses on relationships, parenting, building confidence, teams and organizational dynamics, leadership skills, emotional intelligence, creating and clarifying a vision, doing a certification or training program. That's something that you can do as well. So if you have something that you do live workshops with certifications or trainings, you can put that in a course, and that opens up a whole new area for people to be able to engage with you. And if you think about it, and this is another marketing, one of my marketing things is you can say, okay, I do this live workshop, and you have to travel, you have to get a hotel, you have to pay for food, you have to do X, Y, Z. If you do my course, you get the same certification, and you can maybe charge some, little extra money for it or whatever you want to do. But you can say, hey, this is all the money you're going to save and the time, and you can do it from home, or you can do it on the road, or you can do it, wherever. So yeah, courses are really such a great opportunity to be able to engage with people. And then so there are so many topics for online courses. You just need to find which one is the best fit for you by creating, that secret sauce and that opportunity, looking at, what your, would be best fit for your target students and your target clients. And also, don't be afraid if, other people have courses out there that are, there's a bazillion courses, say just on meditation. You're going to be different. You've created that secret sauce. You've done that back-end work. You're going to be able to market it differently and be able to speak differently. And then you're going to be able to speak the language of your ideal students and your target clients. So, you want to just be yourself, and people are drawn to you. I mean, I've done tons of research, and I've looked up, I've watched hours and hours, hundreds of hours of trainings and videos on coaching and on course creation. And sometimes, I have two different people doing the same topic, and one I get so inspired by, and I'm, so engaged with them. And then I have somebody else who I just, did not click with them, but they have this huge following. You just got to be yourself, because people are going to be drawn to who you are. And, so don't be afraid if, you see other meditation courses. I'm just using meditation example because it's easy. Other course topics out there that somebody else has done. Don't worry. There's so much opportunity out there. So, thecourselaunchpad.com, thecourselaunchpad.courses. I look forward to continuing to engage with you and help you create your courses to change more lives, including your own. So thank you, and I hope all is well, and have a great holiday weekend. Take care.